Actor act.
Hold on.
He got it. Went and got it again.
Are you going to do it again?
He is.
Stop objectifying me. This is inappropriate. I'm not here for you. I'm here for the podcast, Jon.
No!
Stop. I'm taking it off.
Oh my God. This is the worst.
What's up, guys? Welcome to. So this is the 7th time they've made me do this. Every time they're like, "You're not funny. This is mid. You fell off." I'm like, "Okay, thanks, guys."
Literally, we had to start the whole episode. First of all, we have an illustrious guest right now. Okay, we have the legendary Andru Edwards.
You sound wait. You sound mad. You can't sound mad when you're introducing a guest.
We have Andru Edwards.
But he still sounds mad. No, this is a big deal.
Illustrious in there. It's fine, no matter how you sound. Illustrious.
Yeah, you can't say that mad.
On Andrew's podcast, they always do these very ego-heavy intros where they're like, "This is our best guest. They're insane," and it kind of wears off after a while. I'm just used to it.
Wow.
Because I'm so cool.
We just say you're the only one to ever say that. Everyone else loves it and feels cherished.
Also,
what is that like? Wow.
Andru?
Yeah.
You've had Sam on more times than you've had me on.
Yeah. I'm the number one guest on Geared Up.
No, not interesting. That's fucked up. Why haven't I been invited?
You just seem so busy all the time.
Yeah.
There's some people who I ask them to come on the show and then I'm like, okay, I can't ask them again for,
4 years?
5 months.
It's been years.
It was not that long.
It's been
1 year.
Yeah, it's been 2 though.
So you're in Marquez territory then, because Marquez is only once a year.
I'm not in Marquez territory.
You should be feeling illustrious too,
dude.
No,
I think Marquez has dodged our podcast. Like John Gruber, Marquez, they all keep dodging our podcast. They're just like, yeah, man, would love to.
Any man that has pooped himself in the last year is not in Marquez territory.
This is what trying to do that.
Oh no, they're trying to dodge us hard because you know what? I'm going to say it. We keep it real at the Genius Bar. We keep it real. Okay. We have hot takes. We have soft takes. We have cold takes. We have stale takes, but mainly we have takes here about Apple products because this is an Apple podcast, right?
I think so.
John's just I don't know.
Yeah. This is my first time, man. I don't know. So, Andru, how are you, man? Long time
I'm doing good.
Long time no been invited on your podcast.
Wow. Listen. Wow. Next week you're the guy. That's it.
Are you booking me? Is that a thing that's happening?
I'm inviting you right now for the next show.
Yes, you don't have to get approval?
No, it's my show.
That's what Sam did, dude. Sam just fucking sent me an email invite with Andru Edwards, and it's happening on Tuesday instead of Monday. He didn't even tell me what day we were doing it and that we had a guest on. I'm just fucking showing up here.
One person. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Andru. It was it's the 4th of July. Okay. I'm not working. I actually didn't work for the first 4th in 8 years. And it was amazing yesterday. I I actually worked a lot. I made an LLC for Genius. I worked on the next drop. We have an insane product drop for Genius happening at the end of the month.
But it is actually great. Unironically great.
It is going to be. We'll tell you off the air, Andru, but just get ready, guys. It's hot. You guys think you line up?
No, you could eat it. It would. You'd probably go to the hospital, but you could eat it.
Fair.
So, Andru, I'm curious. We're in the middle of the summer doldrums for Apple News. How do you cope when there's not a lot going on in the world of Apple?
Andrew's going to give us some fucking spiel about not depending on one company and we got to fucking diversify. It's going to be this whole thing, Sam.
Wow, you really did.
You have the floor, Andru.
Here's how it goes, Sam. When you're in this game,
here we go.
What you really need to do is diversify what you're doing. You can't just rely on one source. You can't rely on one product line.
Hey, you're right.
And you really have to just dig in there. Listen, for me, in all honesty, there's the stuff that's coming, right? Which everybody's excited about. What's coming next? That's a surprise.
Yes.
But there's also the things that are here. What do we have now? And, as updates come and everything, there's still things that, at least in my opinion, if your audience isn't just the people who are just looking for the next thing, or if you broaden your audience a bit, there's people who still don't know how to do so many things or about so many things about the current hardware that's in their pocket right now. So I always feel like anytime the new stuff is slow, there's always ways to reach other people just by talking about stuff that's happening today.
Andrew, I have that problem a lot because my audience does not care. It's like I was like, okay, iPhone 13, it's coming. The day after it comes out, I put out an iPhone 13 video. Nobody cares. It's like once it's here, everyone. After. I'm not even exaggerating. People do not care. My audience will not care if I do an iPhone 13 video after it's out.
That's so weird because the iPhone 13 came out and there wasn't a lot of them to go around at launch. Remember, like people would order and it was like, hey, it'll be there in 3 weeks or whatever. And so I would imagine that people would still be living vicariously because on day one, it was very tough to get.
Why?
Apparently not. Apparently I'm incorrect.
Why does it make you feel like such a sack of shit when you get stuff late? Like, okay, I ordered my Mac Studio, right?
Yeah.
And the order was so late that I ended up, Luke Miani bricked his Mac Studio, got it repaired from Apple, and I bought it from him and shipped to me before I ever got my order from Apple. And when I got it, I was like, I can't even tell people I got it because it's not exciting anymore. I'll look like a poor person.
Like, that's not true.
Get it. I was like, I can't say that I got it now because the reviews and stuff went out last month. Nobody cares that I got mine.
Dang.
No, that's the thing though is, okay, see, so I have actively tried to get away from chasing that audience. The one where it's like, if you buy something 2 days late or you make a video on it 2 days late, you're late. This product just came out. It's an annual product. It just came out 48 hours ago and you just put a video out. You are late. This is old. Like that, I tried to undo capturing that particular audience. Obviously, that audience will always be there. But so I guess what I'm trying to say is I tried actively and hard to expand my audience into to include people who are just generally interested in things, and that to them, a new iPhone comes out and a month later it's still new to them. So that's just my approach is like trying to still provide for the hardcore fans of tech while being a resource for people who are just like generally interested.
Yeah.
You have to do that. Like you want your audience to grow, right? And you don't just want to grow with fanboys.
Look at that. Look
really
at that.
What you're reaching.
Look at his brow, John's brow for the audio listeners. It just looked like the V. Like his eyebrows are just in a V.
I hate
like,
when somebody smart comes on the show, man.
Listen, my favorite thing about Jon, his channel.
Here we go.
And this is a compliment, even if it sounds like a backhanded one. It is not.
So in other words, you're gonna shit on me. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. I love how you can take just one piece of Apple news.
So iPhone 14.
Build a whole show around.
Yes.
It. And then every episode is just another tidbit comes out, and that's the headline, that's the title, that's the thumbnail, and then you just talk about it for like 40 seconds. And
then I put an ad in.
We talked about exactly. I mean, what's wrong with that? This is genius.
Listen, it's not my fault they watch it. Dude, they were like...
In the Genius Bar, the genius is Jon and the bar is Sam.
Okay, hold on. That is... No, who invite... Take him off the screen. Take him off the screen.
No, I'll take it.
How do we get him off the screen? Why did I invite him on?
Here, Sam, it can just be you.
This is not fun.
Are you happy?
Yeah, thank you, guys. Welcome back to the Genius Bar.
Both the Genius
what I love
and
about
the
the
bar.
Genius Bar? I love being, sad. Do you guys love being sad too?
Oh, no, Andrew, he's doing an ad.
I do not.
Just kidding. I don't love being sad.
What if I didn't like it? What would you?
Yeah, I don't like it actually. I was just gaslighting the whole world. That's why BetterHelp sponsored this episode of the Genius Bar.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't gaslight me? My therapist, Carolyn.
Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this
Carolyn
show.
doesn't gaslight me. Carolyn says, discuss what's on my mind and I can take care of. And I said yes. Did that make sense? This is why I need therapy.
Yes.
Does BetterHelp cover strokes? Because I'm pretty sure we just watched Sam laugh one block.
Hey, mental health manifests in different ways because, listen, there's a better way to get therapy and support a healthy brain, and that's with BetterHelp Online Therapy. Jon, I've heard from a little birdie, and you can cut this part if you want.
Okay.
But I've heard that you like therapy.
I do like therapy. I'm a pretty big fan of therapy, but I'm more so a fan of therapy that I don't have to leave the house for because let's be honest, I never leave the house. I haven't. And I think 10 years, I think is my running. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going on my 10th year. And it's just better that way. The waiting rooms are sticky. The people are sticky. And sometimes the therapists are sticky. Now you don't have to deal with any of that. Just from the comfort of your own home, you can just text your therapist, get a thoughtful response. Or if you want, if you're feeling crazy, you could call them. You could video call them, schedule a video call. And Genius Bar listeners get 10% off your first month. And all you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/Genius Bar. What are you laughing at, Sam? That was a perfect ad read.
I love
Flawless.
Andrew's reaction. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/Genius Bar. That's 10% off your first month. Guys, therapy is important. I've been going. My therapist said I'm doing, quote, pretty good, all things considered, right now.
Andrew needs a therapist. That's BetterHelp.com/Genius Bar.
Yeah, let's just tell people that they need therapy. That sounds healthy. Talk about a backhanded compliment. I think Andru Edwards needs BetterHelp. Like, what? Bro, chill. This has been a hostile show. This is not why
we just lost a sponsor. All right. Welcome back, Andru Edwards, everybody.
Yeah, we're back.
Yay. Okay.
So you just be texting your therapist like, hey, you up?
Yeah.
Like
The ad's over. We don't have to do this anymore.
I'm just curious.
You up?
Andrew, I'll be honest. There's been a few late nights. I've had a few Michelob Ultras, as they say.
Do they even still make those?
Yeah, sorry. When you leave the house, they make ketchup too. Have you ever heard of Heinz? Yeah, and there's McDonald's outside. John, this is crazy.
Now you can get McDonald's delivered. I know better, Sam. Thank you very much.
Bro, I never do that.
John, I was mad you didn't show up. I was so surprised. I was so happy and surprised you were going to be at WWDC.
Well, not at WWDC specifically.
I mean,
I wasn't invited. Yeah. But I hear you have the hookups though.
What are the hookups?
I can't publicly disclose the information. I'm just saying you have the hookups.
I do have the hookups.
So
I do try to share the hookups.
So that means you could get me into WWDC.
Might be a challenge.
Why?
Yeah.
Might be a challenge. I mean,
I can't think of any reasons in particular.
Phil Schiller was there.
Yeah, I don't think I told this on the show, but I just have a random picture of Phil Schiller. Let me pull it up right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at it and I'm just like, damn, that's an Apple fellow. Do we know what that means yet? Like, is Apple define? What does that mean? Like, that's
what is
like
a fellow in general.
Like, I'm an Apple friend. Am I an Apple fellow?
Like, they have fellows for colleges too. Like, I'm a New York University fellow.
Wait,
what?
And you don't know what it means?
No, not me. And not me.
Phil Schiller right there.
But
I think I sent this picture.
That was Phil.
Actually, I definitely sent this picture to John when I was there.
You did.
Did you get a Tim Cook selfie though?
No.
Did you, Andrew?
Because he only hung out.
Let me tell you what happened.
Media.
I'm so mad.
What happened?
I was angry. Okay. Checking out the MacBook Airs, right?
Wow.
As you do. Hands-on section.
Okay,
Kevin,
we get it.
Kevin the Tech Ninja.
I love Kevin. Love Kevin.
He's standing there with I introduced him to an Apple PR person. They're standing there. He runs to the restroom where me and Apple PR are chatting. Kevin comes back. I'm like, you know what? I don't have to go, but it's like, let me just hit the restroom real quick. I go,
who does that?
Pee, right? Just quick, 2 minutes.
It's a weird thing.
Come back. The spot where I was standing, apparently, is where Tim Cook was ushered.
Oh, yikes.
And Kevin takes a Kevin is there as my camera help. To be clear. This man takes a selfie with Tim Cook, a cookie, if you will.
Wow.
He was standing in the same spot where I was standing had I not went to the restroom. Okay. So BetterHelp.com, I may need to hit you up because I'm still salty about that.
Do you have any selfies with him?
I don't.
So that would have been your only chance.
That was my chance. I mean, I'm gonna get. And
you were in the bathroom that you didn't even need to be in.
Listen. Come September, I'm getting my Tim Cook selfie in September.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Well, I will, Andrew. I will give you $100 if you walk to him and go, can I get a cookie? And say it just like that.
God.
Say it just like that.
Like I have to say it like a burned child.
And just like, no, that would be, can I get a cookie? Bro, there's like 3 security. I don't know. Tim Cook is such a character to me, right? Like, and by that I mean he's a non-character. Like, even when Brian Tong was there, and Brian Tong was the one that was next to him when he came out to hold up the MacBook, he just goes, "It's great, it's wonderful."
That's it.
And it's like, what? He's like, how is it, Tim? I'm just like, what? Who are you? Like,
what's funny is that
great.
Tim has to come out to look at the MacBook Air as if he had never seen this product.
Yeah.
The way he was observed, he like types on it, but he's just at the desktop though. So he's typing, but he's not typing anything.
Yeah.
It's just photo ops. It's like,
at least it's not a butterfly keyboard anymore.
Tim?
What are you
That's
typing?
true.
Oh my God.
Speaking of, when we put this episode out tomorrow, which is Wednesday, hopefully we have an official announcement of pre-orders going live for the MacBook Air.
On Friday.
Yeah, do we all agree? Pre-orders?
This is going out tomorrow?
Uh-oh.
We should why don't we ask our friend
breaking news.
This is a funny story.
Andrew, this is going live tomorrow. And it depends on what you're about to say. It might go out in 2 hours.
As I search my email.
Here's what's funny, guys. So John's saying that, right? What if we just had confirmation from an Apple Media aficionado that this was happening?
Oh, did he leak it?
Also, is this really an unskippable ad, guys? You know, why am I on here? We need to go to the revamped twitter.com/AppleTrack, all new, multiple platforms. Follow on IG at APPLTRACK. Follow here on Twitter for the latest Apple news. What's this?
Love Apple Track.
Mkbhd. Thank you, Andrew.
Did you say what's Apple Track?
No, he said I like
good.
Apple Track.
Oh.
What's
that
this?
Stuff
Mkbhd.
right there looks. That stuff right there looks very familiar.
Apple
Funny you
MBA
say
briefing
that.
on Thursday, July 7th. Huh. Interesting. We've got, and then the embargo was even here on Thursday, July 14th. John, Andrew, I don't know if that was supposed to be public. I don't know if that was supposed to be out there.
That's probably not supposed to be out there. But
Why?
It's out there.
But why? This happens so many times. Like, he will, in a video, show his calendar. How is that?
That's weird.
That can't possibly be an accident, right?
You're not supposed to show that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. But like, he does this every time. Why even show your calendar?
I'm saying, Apple,
showing
of course
your
I have to
calendar
take
is
every
so risky.
situation and make myself look better. All I'm saying is, Apple is, if I had a briefing on my calendar, it wouldn't be in my videos.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
Track. That's it.
No, it would not be anywhere. It would be under NDA because I don't break NDAs that I sign.
No, but so here's what's interesting though. Like if you run Apple Track, which you do, or any of us, quite honestly, right? If you sign an NDA with a company that you are not going to share information, but then I don't know, Mark Gurman or someone like that shares the info that you are under NDA not to share.
Yeah.
My policy is I will share it, crediting that person with the information.
Oh.
Or if there be an example like Samsung, they'll give us, unlike Apple, Samsung's like, hey, we're dropping a phone in 2 weeks. We're going to tell you all about it way in advance. Here's everything you need to know. You're under NDA. You can't talk about this device at all. But if someone else talks about it, I can talk about the fact that they talked about it and what they said, even if everything they said is the stuff that I was specifically told, because that's how news works.
Is it different for a news publication? Like, I feel like The Verge, if they have an NDA, they will pretend like the rumor doesn't exist.
No, The Verge actually will do the same. They will do the same. The Verge will, let's just say, I don't know, iPhone's going to lose its headphone port, iPhone 7. They will. Well, again, we can't use Apple because Apple does not tell us in advance. All the briefings are after a product is announced. But if it was Samsung, for example, if Samsung said, hey, we're taking the headphone jack off of our phones now, The Verge will still report on the rumor of
I see
the disappearance. without confirming it. They'll act like they don't know the truth.
Huh.
Yeah, no, like that's my policy, right? Like that's what I would do. The same. Like I would never. Yeah, like I don't know. It's also just like why. I guess I just feel like this in general. Like I've seen people break NDAs, like or even information. Like there's personal things that Jon has sent me or told me, right? Where it's like, oh, if I shared it, it would get clicks. But it's like, why would I burn an entire relationship for 20 minutes of fame?
Correct.
Where I could just like keep benefiting long term by being slightly more patient. I never understand why people make those choices, because it's like you just fall off after that. Like no one cares about you because you don't have any access anymore.
Right. Well, you can't say you don't understand. Like you know why.
You're right. I just don't understand
hoping for the quick clicks and the quick growth.
Yeah. Making that decision.
They don't get. Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway, Andrew, you have a fun story. I feel like that people would enjoy hearing about. The last event you were at before, the WWDC was in September of 2019, and I remember you told me a story that blew my mind about that day.
What is it regarding?
Your health.
Oh my God.
Oh, where is this going?
You don't have to tell this story, but this story blows my mind.
It's fine. This was this is crazy. All right. So why did this just zoom in like that?
It's because Jon is an absolute child. I'm sorry. Like he's actually 7. He has the maturity of a 7-year-old, and even that's a stretch.
I thought it was, what's it called? Center Stage.
Oh no.
Rolling in on me.
Center Stage sucks, by the way. I hate Center Stage.
It's like dollar store Center Stage. There you go.
I know, I'm a hater.
So anyway. Listen, iPhone 11 launch. Okay. Thanks for half my face. Look at this guy. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
iPhone 11 launch. All right.
Okay.
Head down to Cupertino. Everything's great. I land, check into the hotel, have a nice little dinner, ready for the big keynote the next morning. Go to sleep.
Back in the day when they were like in front of people.
Correct. Yeah. Wake up in the middle of the night, like 4 a.m, maybe 3.
Oof.
In terrible, crazy pain.
Oh no.
I'm like, what's going on? Why am I in such crazy pain? As time goes on, the pain is worsening exponentially. Exponentially. Okay.
What kind of pain are we talking?
I'm like sweating. It's like pain in my side.
Okay.
Like the side of my side. I'm like, is my appendix bursting? Like, what's going on? Now, stupidly, I'm like, there's an Apple event today. I can't be messing around with no hospital.
Oh no.
Okay. So it's time for me to wake up. I wake up. I never fell back asleep because I was in so much pain. I get dressed. I'm literally like sweating, like beads. Okay.
Oh my God.
I get a ride to Apple Park.
Should have got a ride to the hospital.
You're correct. I go over to the Steve Jobs theater. I am half delirious at this point. Okay. I half know what I'm doing and half I'm like, what even is life?
Yeah.
I go inside, everything's, we're doing a keynote. And it's just getting worse. And just at this point, like stuff is like water is pouring.
Right.
Okay, from my head. I'm still going through getting my B-roll. Like Apple reps are trying to say hello, and I'm like suffering. Like, hey, nice to see you. Oh, it's just so wonderful that we're all here. I'm just dead. I make it through somehow,
Proud of you.
Then I get medical assistance. Before I get medical assistance, I am at first I'm super excited that I am one of the very few people chosen to get. So they do the big hands-on area where it's like a cattle call where there's like 200 people and you're trying to get a device and you can't and it's all crowded, right? But then after everyone clears out, what the
That's what it is.
That was
this is what it is. They're like, and this was the September event. Thank you guys for coming.
Yes.
And we will see you later. And then it's just like all hell breaks loose. Dieter Bone from The Verge is like kicking people in the face to get the first scoop. Engadget's there punching little YouTubers like Marquez. They're like, get out of here, Marquez. I'm the captain now. Is that an accurate representation?
Renee's running around hugging everybody and not working. Like, it's very interesting. But I was one of the few chosen, which was super cool. After they cleared everyone out, I got the hands-on area completely to myself.
Wow.
For like 20 minutes or something like that. So I can shoot whatever I wanted, whether it was products or A-roll in that hands-on area, which is beautiful, for 20 minutes on my own. Cool. I'm thinking this is cool. I'm one of the elite now. Then I turn and I see Judner walking out of a door with bags, with Apple bags. And I'm like, I don't have any Apple bags. What's the FOMO? That was the review units. He got the review units like there. And I had to.
Bro, that's just, that's my dream. Oh.
It's different tiers, bro. Now I'm on tier 1, which is nice. But, I had to work my way up. Anyway, I get medical attention. Kidney stones. Kidney stones.
Jesus.
And the doctor's like, I forget the name of this, the pain scale, but he was like, the pain scale of what you're going through is actually more painful than childbirth. And I was like, don't say that around any woman.
Yeah.
Bro. He's like, no, women will concur. Women who have had children and have had kidney stones have concurred. The kidney stones is the most painful thing they've ever experienced. So I'm just out there dying. The worst pain I've ever felt in my life by far. Because I feel like this is like the Super Bowl, though. It's like you show up to play. Okay? It's the iPhone event.
And Andrew shows up to fucking play, boys.
Yeah. I'm here to play. I'm not here to lose. I didn't come this far to lose. So
you did all of that and still didn't have the review units that day. Is that how you got to tier 1?
I don't know. I got to tier 1 with the iPhone SE, not the latest one, but the one prior.
Yeah.
Second gen or whatever. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
John. Right when the pandemic was starting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. What a story, man.
There you go. That's the story.
I'm glad you didn't
That
die.
is not. I can't believe you did that. Like, honestly,
I can.
Here's the thing, though.
I can believe it.
If it was my first Apple event, if I was like I think I would seek medical attention. But if it was like, you got to like prove yourself at this Apple event today, then we'll see. Andrew, I want to hear your thoughts because I've got my guess. What's your over under for me getting an invite to the next event?
Here we go.
Next event in September?
Yeah.
In September?
September Apple event confirmed. Andrew Edwards has confirmed it. It's confirmed.
If an event
it's slipped. Tier 1 Apple PR guy.
Here's my over under. My over under.
Wait. What does the over under mean? First of all, because I don't even.
Yeah.
remember.
What the fuck did you even say, dude? What's the over under, bro?
You guys weren't supposed to call me. I don't know. It just sounded cool. I don't know
what's
what it
the
means.
percentage or the over.
Yeah, it's like what's your over under? Like it's like plus or minus 5. Yeah.
What?
You've never heard that?
I've heard it, but I don't know what it means.
So over under.
What's the fruity deloopty? Tell me what it is.
So I'm gonna pull this out of my butt. I think that like. It's basically, it's like, what's your over-under on the Patriots winning? We love sports here at the Genius Bar. We love sports.
Sports ball.
It's like my over-under on the Patriots winning.
But for real,
like
the Browns, you guys
5.
need to let Baker go. Just let Mayfield go. Thank you very much.
Make sense. I think I'm done. I'm not making sense.
This man just said the over-under is 5, and I'm still like, okay, I still don't know what that means, though.
Dude, I really am not helping the dumb blonde stereotype. I'm just
okay. I would say your chances of going to a September event, if it happens, is 5%.
That's honestly better than I did myself. Let's go!
Yay, Sam! Happy for you.
I'm going to the Apple event.
My over under is 7.
Okay.
That's the over under I give you.
Just 700%.
Just 7.
Just 7.
Yeah, I'm saying 0. I'm saying 0. I don't know.
I believe in you, dude.
No, I believe in me, but I also realized, so like this is something I want to talk about on the show, right? Because it's like conversations we were having at like VidCon, because I was just hanging out with Andrew and Kevin and Dan, the 50-year-old guy that works at Mac Rumors. Just kidding. Dan's actually like one of the coolest people
what the
ever.
fuck, bro?
No, I can't. I mean, it's a running meme.
You just did him dirty. That was a hard over-under.
It's a Dan's over-under is plus or minus 50. No, he's amazing. But
Dan
we
is
were
not
talking.
50, is he? There's no way.
No, he's like 30 something.
I was gonna say he does not look anywhere even. He doesn't even look. He doesn't even look.
He's gonna be so mad at us. He's gonna be fuming. Him and his 12.
He always wears the button-down plaid shirts. That's what really does it for him. Like,
dude, that's Luke Miani's gonna be looking 50 in like 3 days. Luke Miani also does the exact same attire. Like, bro, I'm kidding you. I'm over at Luke Miani's apartment. He shows me a closet. It is just variations of fully buttoned down long sleeves.
Does he button?
I'm like, man,
is Luke one of those guys that like when he puts the button up shirt in his closet, he does in fact button every single button just to be on the hanger?
Most of them. I didn't get to see a lot of chest.
You only need one button to be buttoned to put a button shirt on the hanger.
Correct.
What's the over under on Luke's closet?
Buttons. 12.
Okay,
Look
go.
at random numbers. 5. What does it mean? I'm just gonna start saying that for everything. my over under for AirPods with a heartbeat sensor 35.
Apple Track needs to just add that as a
no like concrete data, just over under, give or take.
No, I was gonna say like we were talking about Apple and stuff, and obviously like me wanting to go to events, and I've Andrew's been helping me out, like trying to get contacts and stuff, which I thanked him personally and privately for, but also publicly. Like it means a lot that he's, sticking his neck out for me. But the point I'm making here is that we had conversations about, I feel like it's very easy to get sucked into like, I need to make content for Apple versus I need to keep making content for me. That's like truly what I want. And because I feel like I started to get in the headspace of where I'm like, it needs to be a certain way, or it needs to be. Why would you do that to me when I'm trying to be serious? He zoomed in on me. I literally don't have like every time. I mean, just Andrew. Anytime I have a semblance of a thought on this show, he just absolutely takes me out back and cocks the weapon and just says goodbye to any semblance of normality.
I thought you did it to yourself because you were getting serious. I thought you did that.
No. Why would I do that? No, this is my serious face. Do you like how my face is framed perfectly?
That's how. Dude, how come every time?
My over under for going to Apple events is 12. Now we're going up with that framing.
Every time I spend time with Andru Edwards, I end up wheeze laughing. Like it never fails.
All I'm going to say there's been some YouTubers invited to those Apple events that don't know how to shoot video. Anyway, let's move on to what I was saying, which is that I need to make content for me. I need to make the best content I can. Right? Like I need to make the best content for me and Sam rather. No, I'm not talking until you full screen me again.
You're full screen, buddy. You're good.
No, I'm not.
You're taking up my full screen.
How do you ruin you literally have ruined my life. That's not even me. Now he's just like showing random pictures on the screen.
Dude, there is no footage of Andrew laughing this hard on the internet. So you're welcome, internet. Don't say we didn't give you
Andru
nothing.
Edwards laughs.
Okay.
I'm like Kanye West. If I see a camera, I try to have a straight face real quick.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
God, can we talk about Kanye?
No,
anyway.
we can't. Please just continue on to anything else.
Say something. Make content for you, not for Apple.
Make content
I was
for you.
trying
What's
to
the
say something,
over-under,
Andrew.
Sam?
The over-under is I need to make the best content for me instead of being like, what would Apple want to see? Like what would Apple? I need to be like, what does my audience want, and how can I craft the best video ever? And it's just like a slight change. And it was the obvious answer the whole time. But just like conversations with you, conversations with Jonathan Morrison, conversation with Dan and Kevin, like everybody on the trip, it was just very, it was just very, not eye-opening, but I genuinely feel like I've come away from VidCon like so many things I'm changing business-wise. I'm just working on a lot right now. Like we're doing cool stuff with Genius. We've got a lot of big plans. And I feel like you've been saying from the beginning, like multiple platforms, don't just be a YouTuber, be a content creator. Yes. So
what I found is Andrew said stuff when I was 18 that I'm just now figuring out when I'm 28. And I'm just like, oh, you know what? I think what that man
Sam.
said might have been right.
Hey, I try to come at it from a business perspective as opposed to a YouTuber perspective.
Yeah.
What would you describe yourself as, Andrew? Would you know you
He's a content creator.
What's the over under?
But true. I really describe myself as someone who is super passionate about consumer electronics. If I go into an Apple store or a Best Buy, the things that are in those stores are the things that I've like truly loved since even before I was a teenager. Battery plugged into a wall, I'm just excited. So
yeah, but here's the thing. Lots of people are excited. Radio Shack was excited about consumer electronics, and you have outlived Radio Shack. Why is Andrew still around? What's the thing? What's the over-under?
I guess for me...
You are the worst.
I don't care about a lot of things that like the typical YouTuber, quote unquote, cares about. I do not care. I don't know how many subscribers I have. I don't obsess about, I don't care. I don't care about things maybe I should care about, like watch time or any of these analytics. What I really care about is the product, and that it feels like when you watch my video, we're two friends in a living room talking about something that we both really like or that you need some help with. And I always find it,
what are you laughing at?
Like, yeah, what's so funny, bro?
What the fuck?
It's so because funny, he's like, we either both like this or like, you need some help with it. It's like you're either talking to a friend or grandma, you know.
Right, either one.
You need some help with that.
That's cool. That's a good
mission. In my opinion, right?
Love grandparents.
In my opinion, for those listening, like I have a cell phone in my hand, my iPhone, and there's all these apps on the home screen, right? Mm-hmm. Now imagine all these apps are different, social platforms and everything. Imagine in the TV era, NBC says to you, hey, you have two choices. We're either going to give you an hour every week in prime time for free. You don't have to pay for it. And any commercials in that content, you get to keep half of that. Or they say the other option is you can be on every TV channel and have that same exposure, but not every channel is going to have the same agreement of sharing 50% of their advertising, but you would still get that same hour on every channel on TV as opposed to just ours. For me, it's a no-brainer. I want to be everywhere. If you love Fox, I want to be on Fox because you might never turn to CBS. But if you do turn to CBS, I want to be there too. So whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or Pinterest or Snapchat or TikTok,
I hate how that just made me feel. What? Hang on, I need to download Snapchat.
Oh my god! Here. I want to show. So I want to show you guys something actionable that I've worked on. I hope the audience finds this interesting as well.
I'm gonna have a crisis. I can feel it.
I've been working on new stuff. So John,
I want to
show
be
this
on
new
Fox,
screen.
Sam.
So there's a new generation of Apple Track coming where we're going to be on more platforms. So if you show the screen that I shared, we're going to be doing some all new types of posts like this that are they're not what I used to be doing, which is just a picture and a link from my website. It's like posts customized. Of course, it would make this is the biggest moment of my life. It's the biggest moment of my life, Instagram, and you're going to put me like this. Wow. Man, I just can't catch a break tonight. But my point being, you see how nice those titles look? This is what we're going to start doing. We're going to start doing Apple News in a new way. Apple Track is not just going to be this little website that writes articles. It's going to be on every platform sharing relatable, relevant content, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. And I've never been more excited about this because it's also insane. I realized when I started Apple Track in May of 2020, the account had 412 followers on Twitter. It now has grown to 90,000 followers on Twitter organically. Tell me another brand that's done that.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Others out there that have done something.
I'm talking about on Twitter. I have not seen an account grow 90,000 followers like that was not pre-established or known.
NBC.
But you've never seen an account on Twitter start from zero and get to 90,000 followers?
He's never done it.
Not in the tech sector.
What is the over-under?
Bro, can somebody just give me my flowers? Can somebody tell me good job? I'm clearly looking for validation.
Marquez started his Twitter, and so did Snazzy when they were just teenagers unknown.
Okay, I'm talking about in recent. Never mind. Okay, yeah, I was one of the first 3 YouTubers, and I got 90,000 subscribers. Yeah, like that would have been hard, bro. Come on. All right, the entire media environment is completely different than it is today. No.
Listen, Sam, I congratulate you on that.
Thank you. I appreciate
progression and change. I think that's smart.
There's a butt coming.
But is it just Instagram? You said it's going to be several places.
Yeah. So it's the Twitter account that's grown. Instagram, it's a little bit slower because I wasn't trying as hard as I should have been. But like that's up to like 2,000.
Tell you what,
Apple
name
Track is starting off.
Wait, hang on. What is what's the Instagram at? Name another
2,000. Very low. Like,
name another influencer who has gotten from 0 to 2,046 followers. Sam, how long?
And has their name spelled wrong.
And has the name spelled wrong. There's no E in it.
You know what? You think I didn't try to get at APPLETRACK? You know who has it? Somebody that doesn't even talk about Apple, but they get to be at Apple Track.
Dude, somebody on TikTok has the username Front Page Tech, and they're like they post tech stuff, and they know. I know. I've even messaged them, and they just pretend.
Wow.
Contact Twitter. Wait.
My point is...
Contact Twitter. Twitter, can you help me with my TikTok problem? What is
my
the
point is that Apple
me
Track it's going. Before I get roasted anymore, I was just proud of myself. I was going to share it. Clearly, that's not a safe environment.
No, I like it.
So, you know what? Know what I'm going to do to feel better? I can't use BetterHelp. That was the last ad. So you know what I got to use to feel better now? Food. I got to use food to feel better. I got to use HelloFresh. I got to eat vegetable to feel better. Bro, okay.
Beef
John,
tartare,
don't,
Sam.
Beef tartare.
Okay.
Does HelloFresh offer beef tartare?
No one talked but me during this because I have something important to say.
Or canceled.
Last week, on Wednesday, I got a delivery. I was like, I don't know what this is. What would I have gotten on the middle of the week on a Wednesday? And I open up my little Amazon locker, and a small ray of light from the Lord himself shines down, and it is on a green box that says HelloFresh.com/Genius16 on it. And guys, in this box, they have these incredible pork tacos, this zucchini chicken sausage spaghetti, which I'm eating after this. I've got leftovers because I made it. It is so absolutely, bro, I've lost children to this. I've been busting over these meals, okay? They are incredible. I don't know what to do with myself. This food makes me feel things I've never felt before, all right? It is HelloFresh.com/Genius16. Don't even get me started on the other one I got. You guys aren't ready for that one. That's all I have to say about HelloFresh. It literally is so
you good, Sam?
Yeah, I mean,
children.
I'm gonna need a vasectomy at this rate.
HelloFresh.com/Genius16
to HelloFresh.com/Genius16 and use code Genius16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
Wow,
you get that.
You said 16 free meals. Get up to 16 free meals plus 3 free gifts at HelloFresh.com/Genius16. Apparently, children is not the only thing Sam lost.
Like, it's just like the quality of everything is just perfect. Like you said, John, like I don't know how they get these little veggies. I don't know what to say. Like every time I'm always like, he's probably exaggerating, but like, oh my God.
They pick them straight from the green bean cow.
I'm not eating zucchini. I'm not eating zucchini week by week. What my over-under on zucchini is normally 0, but with HelloFresh, it's 100.
Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this episode of Genius Bar. HelloFresh.com/Genius16. 60 free meals, 3 free gifts. Woo! Okay.
Sam, did you talk about the experience dinner?
I don't want to talk about it, Andrew. It's just, it was a lot, man.
What happened?
Just tell the people what happened.
I didn't realize it was a terrible experience.
Oh, the beef
No, I loved it, and I would do it in a heartbeat again. It's just like maybe give me a few weeks to recover.
What happened?
He did need some recovery.
I absolutely pooped myself the next morning, like for a matter of fact. Like it was just liquid from the beef tartare you made me eat. Andrew, this is what Andru Edwards does. Here, let me just tell you. Okay. He walks up to me at VidCon. He goes, "Hey, I want to tell you about this experience."
Hey.
And I'm like, what do you mean? So at first I'm like, is this a sex thing? Like, I don't know. This sounds weird. That's my first thought. And he's like,
losing kids.
He's like, we're going out to dinner. Couple days. Are you interested? I was like, I don't know. I mean, sure, like I'm down to get dinner with the gang. He goes, here's the thing. It's going to cost you. Okay, because Andrew's in the mafia, right? He doesn't play. He goes, $259 for dinner. I've never spent that much on food in my life.
That sounds low to Andrew, though. That sounds like an appetizer.
Bro, we show up here and there's like, it's like a private chef cooking for a group of like 18 of us. He's throwing out dishes left and right. It is like, I don't even know. I should have known I was in trouble when the first dish they serve is raw ground beef. Bro, what is wrong with this? Is why rich people are weird. Okay, just because you make $100,000 a year doesn't mean you need to just butcher a cow and start gnawing at the bit. All right, you can eat frozen chicken nuggets as a billionaire. All right, you don't need to eat the raw meat. Jesus. That's how I felt. I mean, I mean, they put this plate in front of me, and Andrew can tell something's wrong by my face, because I'm just like,
absolutely.
I paid for this, so I take this dainty little bite and I eat it, and I'm like, this is. Are you okay? What did you eat some hamburger when I was? Are you snacking?
He's not okay.
Just the thought of it is not good. Keep telling your story. I'm listening.
So it's just like, bro, this is what they do. So it's like poor people, chicken nugget. Rich people, we're gonna just butcher a cow, throw it on a plate, and cover it in bird seed. $250. $250. Okay, this is not what I work for. Okay. Now, listen, the dinner did get progressively better. There were like some really good, like I had duck for the first time. I had some steak that was amazing. Although I was confused where the ketchup was. There was no Heinz on the table for the steak. That was weird. No ranch. You will
never,
to dip it in.
no matter what restaurant you go to, you'll never have a better steak than I can make you. I put any amount of money on that.
What do you cook it at? What rarity?
I'm scared.
What rarity?
Oh my God.
I cook it at 127
what
degrees.
Rarity do you think? What rarity would you guess Sam likes his steak?
What's the over-under?
Over.
I cook it at 127, but I'm guessing you're like a 160 kind of guy.
So what would you define
that's
that as?
Well. That's well. I cook it at the very, very lowest end of medium rare, but I'm guessing you're like, well, you basically want a chicken nugget.
Come on, what is wrong with? I am not the problem, okay? Everyone is the problem but me.
If you're gonna eat, I mean, does he basically just eat his beef jerky? Where'd he go? He does that sometimes. Sometimes dude, I'm so lightheaded from gagging so hard.
He left the show. First of all, it's called beef tartare. It's not anything crazy.
But okay,
delicacy.
I'd rather eat a steak raw. That sounds not as gross as raw ground
See,
beef.
the way he put it is different. It's like, imagine you take a ribeye that you have and you grind it yourself just to make it easier to chew.
Okay.
It's not like just ground beef.
Okay.
Just throw on
I just imagine like Walmart ground beef just being shoveled into your mouth.
No,
it is.
This man,
that's what it is.
No.
Andrew, you're a steak man.
Yes.
I bet you my yearly salary that I can make you the best steak you've ever had.
Your yearly salary?
Yeah.
That's like kind of a lot of money. That's like more, what, like 4 Subway gift cards?
That's a couple Subway gift cards.
I have traveled to Japan, sir. So
he's cultural, John.
I have
he's
eaten
cultural
Kobe beef directly from Kobe.
No,
in Kobe.
It's fine. Your A5 Wagyu can suck it.
Let's go,
guys. Are we having a steak dinner? Let's go over to John's
steak
house.
Off.
That'd be fun.
Do you cook steak well?
Middle Arkansas.
I do.
You do. We should have.
I order my. I'm not even gonna say it.
We should have a steak off.
We should have a steak. How do we have a steak off?
How can we set this up where Andrew and I cook a steak? Oh, Sam, this would be so perfect if Andrew and I cook a steak and you judge it, but you don't like good things.
I like that. That's true.
Here's what we should do. Listen, there's a lot of changes that are going to be happening in the next few years with this brand and Genius. There's a lot of things we're going to be doing. I have the vision. Everybody laughs at me now when I say I grow a Twitter account from 0 to 90,000 in 2 years. Nobody else comparable in the Twitter community has done that. Here's what I'm saying. All right, everybody laughs now. But this is my Joker moment.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm still.
You seen the Joker?
Oh, yeah.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Can we not?
It's from eating
Can we
raw
just
beef.
Skip this part.
Okay? It's because the bacteria in my mouth started to erode my flesh.
The beef
All right.
tartare.
From the beef tartare.
Is there any
Anyway.
Apple news? Like any rumors that we should throw by Andrew? Or
Of course there's not. No, of course
we got?
not.
take
I don't
us
know,
to
John. When is
Apple
Front
Track?
Page Tech coming back? No, Apple
this
Track
month.
does not post on their
This
website
month.
anymore.
Put something up.
Why is it so
Here, I'll go
zoomed
put-
in? Who did
bad
this? Who's
news.
controlling this ship? There you go.
Twitter.com.
Wow, do you have enough ads?
Don't even
What is
get me
that ad?
started.
That's a weird ad, too.
Andrew would
This
know.
is the news. You guys want to go through the news? Okay.
Let's look
Here,
at your
look.
DMs. I wanna do
Insider
that
trading.
instead.
You guys like insider trading?
Nobody
Hey,
cares.
we're back to the Square Apple Watch.
Hey, you hush it.
Insider trading. Yay. Hope your name's not Bean Babeev,
What?
because you'd be admitting to insider trading between 2011 and 2016.
Okay,
Why
what's
are
next?
you going to stupid news?
Yeah, why did you
Oh,
pick literally the
Okay,
worst
so
one?
breaking the law is silly to you,
Yes.
Andrew? Guess who's under investigation next? Andrew Edwards. What were you doing between 2011 and 2016?
That's a lot.
Exactly.
Sam, do the thing again.
What thing?
The sound effect. Okay.
So,
Good
okay, there is
coordination.
some news. Apple Watch Series 8. Oh, we really messed up. We're supposed to do the news at the beginning so people
Yeah.
keep watching. We really
Do you
messed
just
up.
insert this in the beginning?
No, this is it is how it is.
So look, Apple Watch Series 8, larger 1.99 inch display, about 5% larger than the current version.
Okay, I
this.
think we're
I like
done.
this.
I think we need to back it up.
What?
Why?
We're talking about news now.
No, I'm saying we need to back this up. We do not need to make the watch bigger again. Back it up. Let's stop this. Why are we making
What?
it bigger
I like it.
again?
What is wrong
I
with
like
you?
it.
How do you I just don't understand how he has the worst possible take on literally
Bro,
everything.
you have the wrist size of like a chopstick. Why do you want a bigger watch?
What does that even mean?
You have dainty wrists.
What's the
I do
over-under?
not have dainty wrists.
You don't want a bigger
He's
one.
saying that, not me.
I have normal sized human male
No,
wrists.
you don't.
I'm
Andrew,
not
you
insecure
might need the big one.
about
Wait, is
my
that-
wrists.
Is that the big watch? Is that the bigger Apple Watch?
This is the 44
This is the biggest
millimeter.
Apple Watch.
Do you
Oh,
see
yeah.
how
You
there,
said.
I got at least 30 millimeters on each
No,
side?
see,
I can
that's the
stretch.
difference.
I don't mind
Andrew
it
needs
a
the
little
bigger
more.
one. Sam does not.
Bro, oh my God. It's just like, of course, the guy that likes the iPad mini is like, we don't need to make anything better ever. Let's just keep this
Correct.
mid-horrible. By the way, I use the iPad mini every day, and I just tripled down on how poorly built of a product that is. Like, that is the
You
poorest
just
built
said you
Apple
use
product
it
I've
every
ever
day,
touched.
so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, to just make sure I'm not crazy. It's bad. I hate the
Question.
iPad mini.
Question. First of all, iPad
Yeah,
mini
I'm-
is the real iPad.
Thank you. Andrew
Oh
Edwards, best
my
guest
God, are you
we've
serious?
ever had on the
Real
show.
iPad.
Favorite guest. No one tops him. No one tops Andrew
iPad mini
Edwards.
is the real iPad.
Thank you very much.
That doesn't even...
No, that's it, Sam. We
That's
don't
not
need
you-
you.
that- you
Anyway,
can't
let's talk
say
about
that.
the iPad mini.
Listen, I don't know why Sam dislikes it so much. That's actually, I thought
He's
he was
hater.
joking, but he really doesn't like it. What don't you like about the iPad mini?
Do
It's
I have to
literally a
say
mini
this?
iPad Air.
Give
but it's
us
a mini
one
iPad
reason.
Air at this
Fifth
point.
time. Number one, the build quality is not worth
You
$500.
can't say that.
It
The build
feel-
quality is the same thing as the iPad Air. What are you talking
It
about?
is
The build
not.
quality.
It's the same.
It is not the same.
Well, are
Actually,
you-
I will say
Are you high? What are you talking about the build
the
quality?
new iPad Air's
It's
build quality
aluminum
is
and
also bad.
glass.
People were having creaking models. People were not having a great time with it because it's so absolutely thin that you barely touch
So it
the
is the
back
same.
and it's bleeding through.
Did you just hear
the
that?
LCD.
The mini doesn't do that.
The
one
mini
of the,
does-
one
Bro!
of the issues he has with the iPad mini is people aren't having a great time with it. That's what he said.
People aren't having a great
guys.
time with
People
it.
aren't
Welcome
having
back.
a great
Oh
time. 'cause
wow,
it creaks.
it's dead because the battery life on this is also absolutely garbage. Where's
When's the
my
last time you used it?
When's the last time you charged it there, Samo?
I don't know, Jono. This is my current experience, though. Oh, look.
John, no.
Look, the cable that Apple includes in the box is only 1.5 baby children long, so it can't even be on camera.
What is that?
Guess we'll just wait here. What? It's time for dinner?
Andrew, can you host the podcast
Why don't I
instead?
just eat this while I wait?
Is that from HelloFresh?
This is disgusting. You're a disgusting human.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why the iPad Mini is the real.
I have
iPad.
to mute Sam.
Okay.
He's choking to death.
This man is choking. Both of you guys were having choking and gagging on this episode.
No, you
so
got.
dry.
I had the image of like shoveling. I had the image of like shoveling Walmart ground beef into my mouth and got sick.
Right. No, that's not it.
Okay.
That's not it.
That was him.
No,
Look
this
at the
is
iPad
Andrew.
Mini.
Andrew's the guest.
Listen.
Look, I'm touching it.
Yeah.
It's got Jelly Scroll number 1.
That's
The build quality is kind of sus.
You notice no
It's-
one
it's
talked.
better than I
Andrew,
remember,
You notice
actually.
no one said shit about the Jelly Scroll until Dieter Bond did.
Don't eat.
Correct.
Don't say that.
It's like
Don't
someone
say
on
that.
Twitter with a few followers is like, "Hey, there's this issue," and then suddenly everyone's like, "Oh, I see it."
I noticed the Jelly Scroll every time I use this
device. You
device.
didn't say anything about it until
I
somebody
knew
saw
something
it
was
for you.
off, and I didn't talk about my review until after that because I was
knew
testing the
something
product,
was
bro.
off. That's like
Look.
people like after okay, there's a family, right? And then it turns out the husband kills the wife. And then the family later on is like, "You know what? I knew there was something off." Bitch, no, you didn't. You let them
Okay.
get married just fine.
Can I finish my argument? Andrew asked what I didn't like about the iPad Mini. I will say the build quality is fine. Okay, I was mainly joking. It's not actually like bad build quality. Although the new iPad Air, it was a little. That one was a
we're
little
not talking
different.
about
Like,
the iPad Air.
Okay, so let's just talk about the iPad Mini. There's two problems I have with it. Number one is the Jelly Scroll. For the way and the orientation you use it most of the time, I do genuinely notice it a lot, and it makes it feel like a really cheap LCD panel to me. Even though it's like a fine looking LCD panel, it just feels a lot cheaper to me, and that's something I notice. Number two, actually the bigger thing for me, is the way that content scales on here. It's just really not optimized for an iPad Mini. They're running like 12.9-inch iPad software on a little iPad Mini, and it doesn't feel very optimized. Like the touch targets are small. I miss things a lot. And I was super excited, right, at WWDC that they announced display scaling, that you could make content bigger or larger. And I go on my iPad Mini, and it's M1 exclusive.
Yeah.
So I can't change my display scaling. I was so excited because that was something in my review. I said, if Apple changes this, I will redo this review because I know it would get better. What do I know? You're telling me the A series chip in here can't handle display scaling?
No.
Come on, bro. Come on.
What's interesting is you said it's 12.9-inch software, but the iPad was a 9.7-inch experience. So 8.3 is much closer to 9.7 than 12.9 is.
That was before iPad OS.
iPad OS was
They
for
just
10-inch
renamed
devices because it wasn't yours. iPad OS is not just for the 12.9-inch iPad.
But I'm saying that's how it works.
The
Bro.
best-selling iPad by far is 10 inches. By far.
So why are my app icons this tiny? They should not be that tiny.
Okay, what don't you understand about mini? It's in the name.
It's not supposed to be mini software. It's supposed to be a mini
Everything
tablet.
is mini. Andrew.
Okay, but if we get out of this is the one thing, and I know people love like on the Android side, like customizing their home screens and everything. I've always been confused about the fascination with the home screen. Lock screen, I get. Home screen is weird because the second I'm on my home screen, I'm looking to leave my home screen by jumping into an app. I'm not just, my home screen. I don't care what my home screen looks like. Get me into the app I'm looking for. Otherwise, I'm on my lock screen. So if you're upset about how the icons on the home screen look, just tap on one and you'll be out of the home screen into the app. But there's no tablet that is lighter or more convenient to carry around. It's the most convenient of all the tablets to use the Apple Pencil on when you're on the go or holding it in your hand. Every other one, you have to hold it awkwardly. Go back and look at any of the keynotes where they're showing the 12.9-inch iPad. the people demoing it are holding it in the most awkward way you've ever seen. I had to like go back and try it myself. They're like balancing it delicately, trying to do stuff. I'm like, no one would ever hold their iPad like that. What are you doing, Apple?
Also, when the iPad was first introduced, we just ignore him. When the iPad was first introduced, Steve Jobs sits down on a nice chair and he starts browsing.
This is the stupid.
That is literally what you do with the iPad Mini. All the other ones are trying to put a keyboard on it. It's getting fucking crazy. The iPad Mini is the most iPad that is ever iPadded.
And it feels like the device that you would get if you were in like a Star Trek or Star Wars, like that size and that pocket.
What?
It's just in your hands.
That doesn't. No. Stop! You guys
My
are just
favorite
spewing
guest.
lies. Like everything is just a lie. How much are they
Sam,
paying you?
You can't refute any of this.
I can refute
How much are
every
they paying you to
single
promote
thing
their
that has
cheapest
been
iPad?
The
said.
over-under on him making it to the September event just went down. It's
Bro,
3.
because the iPad Mini, bro. John's argument, which always makes zero sense, is Steve Jobs demoed a 9.7-inch iPad.
Yeah.
Therefore, the iPad Mini is the most iPad.
No,
that literally doesn't make sense.
Hey, buddy.
Steve Jobs
Shut
demoed
the
a
fuck
different
up, buddy.
iPad that wasn't the
That's not what
iPad
I
Mini as the
said.
original.
That's not what
Therefore,
I
the
said.
iPad Mini is the most.
All right. I guess another way I would put this, I know they're both iPads because they call them that and they look similar. They're both tablets. But I feel like if I'm gonna restate my it's the best content consumption iPad, which is what the original iPad was meant to be. Obviously, the iPad Pro allows you to do way more than an iPad Mini or the original iPad. But if you're just looking for a device to just chill, sit back, play some games, read some news, read some books, etc., be on social media, I feel like the iPad Mini.
That's my point.
It's too small.
Perfect.
No,
my
it's too
point is
small.
not that it's
no. The iPad Air is the perfect size.
No, it's not. It's a little bit too big.
No,
It is
Yeah,
not. Oh
like,
my God! It is not too big.
Before the iPad expanded the line and it was just the iPad, there were so many times where I felt like this is way better than my phone for doing a lot of these things, but in a lot of cases it's too big. I need something smaller.
It's too cumbersome.
So,
I've never even
I
said
want to be
that
able
word
to just
before.
throw it in my back pocket.
Geniuses,
It's
help me
cumbersome.
out, please.
No, the geniuses
Send
aren't gonna
help
emails,
you out,
tweets, comment. Please
Throw your
help me.
12.9 in your
They
back
are
pocket.
saying a 9.7-inch iPad is too big. Please, God.
Also,
please help me.
Also, listen.
Please,
listen.
somebody.
There's a difference. Mark Zuckerberg said this. There's a difference between a mobile device and a portable device. The iPad Mini is mobile. It can fit in your pocket. It can go with you anywhere. While the
iPad Mini cannot fit in your pocket.
Portable. They're portable.
Maybe Andrew's
You
pockets.
can throw it in the back pocket, bro. You can throw it in the back pocket.
That is true. You can't put it in your back pocket. I've done that.
Look at him. Here he goes.
Oh,
Look at that. That's your front pocket.
It cannot fit in your pocket.
It-
As he fit
he took it
for
right back
audio
out.
listeners, by the way. Sam
right
just
back out.
Sam just he hung up. Sam just went, it cannot fit in your pocket, and then proceeded to put it
He just
directly
slid
in
it
his
directly
pocket.
into his pocket and fit perfectly, and he
He
disconnected
hung up.
instantly.
He embarrassed himself and had to leave.
Amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
Andrew, I hope he never comes back.
It's just us now.
I hope
fine.
it's just us. The iPad Mini cast, sponsored by the iPad Mini.
Listen, while he's gone, what are you excited about any of this stuff coming this year? You personally.
I was excited about an
As a
iMac Pro
consumer.
until we found out that wasn't happening for a while. I was excited.
Right.
Honestly, right now, I'm more excited about the Mac line. Like, I'm excited about the MacBook Air. I'm not excited about the iPhone 14, though the front page tech episodes might lead you astray.
Why? Why not?
Because it's just it's just another iPhone. It's just
It's always another iPhone.
I know, but that's why it's not going to matter next year. It's going to be he's back. It's just the iPhone 14 is going to be the thing that we don't care about just in a few months. It's the same thing every year. Apple Watch, maybe I'm excited about, but the Mac lineup is where I feel like the innovation is happening. That's exciting, and I'm excited about the Mac lineup right now. Oh, and if they give us a new iPad Mini
Headset.
So
Are you excited
so
about
let
a
me get this
headset, or do you
straight.
think it's stupid?
I don't
I
think
get
it's
one thing.
I don't
get
think
one thing
it's-
wrong, and everybody loses their mind.
I don't think it's I don't think
I see.
it's
No,
Sam's
I
back,
understand.
everybody. I don't know if you can tell.
I understand.
The headset I don't think is stupid. I need Tim Cook to go on stage and tell me why I need to care about this one.
Sheep.
Yeah. But that's what Apple does, though. That is what they
what
do.
I mean, what do you think, Andrew?
I feel...
Wait, hold on. So I go away and you guys decide to do the show now?
Yes.
We're here for an hour, 15 minutes. And the second I leave, you're like, let's be serious and do a real show now.
Yes.
What is wrong with you freaks?
Because the guy that said iPad minis don't fit in pockets, who then perfectly inserted it into his pocket.
I don't want to talk
show, and then we were able to be serious.
No, let's be serious. All right, I'm a serious guy.
No, I asked John if he's excited about any of the rumored products that are coming. He didn't have much excitement other than for an iMac Pro, which is not coming this year.
Andrew, I don't know how you do it. I have only done this for like not that as many years as you. You're like 82. And and
well, here's the thing is like, I just like trying stuff. And this is kind of like how my food goes, which Sam saw me eating. I always want to order as much as I can. I just want to try stuff. So everybody just let me, let's just share everything, right? So for me, for example, the MacBook Air, I am not going to use that device. Like, but I still I'm still excited. Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm still excited to use it. Obviously,
that's
every year.
That's my steak tartare.
The three watches that are rumored for this year, I want to try them all, even though I'm not going to use them all. I want to try them all. The headset, I think, is very exciting is kind of the wrong word. It's the most compelling to me, aside from a car, which is a long way away. Because number one, it is going to be only the second like major product under Tim Cook, the first being the Apple Watch.
Which did well.
What? And yeah, did very well.
Would you say AirPods are a major product? Because that was under Tim Cook too. And
I don't know. It is a major. It makes a hell of a lot of money, but I feel like it's an accessory. It's an accessory.
Yeah, but so is the Apple Watch, bro.
It is, but they want it to be a standalone. Like you see every year, they're cutting it more and more away from. I just feel like the Apple Watch is an accessory. It does require an iPhone, but now you can give it to elderly and children without that. AirPods to me seem like much more of like, what are you going to do with just AirPods? Someone just hands you AirPods and no phone or no other device, right? It's literally an accessory for something else.
Keep my ears warm.
But I think that's true. The headset though, the reason I'm so intrigued by it is literally because of what John just said. I need Tim Cook to tell me why. And I feel like that is where Apple is at their best. They bring something to the market that someone else has already brought to the market, like an Oculus Quest, for example. And Apple's going to show, here's what we did to this form factor with these displays that you strap to your head. Here is how we've changed it. Here's how we've integrated our entire ecosystem into it, which some people say is corny. But if you use it and you're in it, having another way to access and use your content or your other devices is just cool and exciting. Like so I don't know what they're going to do with it, but I feel like they're going to do something pretty incredible. So being able to sit back and like wonder how it's going to be, and then just see them, talk about things that we never even thought of. Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be the fun part.
I wonder if it can make Sam care about the iPad Mini.
No. A better iPad Mini might make me care.
What if it's just a holder and you just slide
your iPad Mini in?
I will quit my YouTube channel if it is an iPad Mini.
There, Skippy?
No, it's on the desk where it will remain for the next 7 days until I get to talk about how much I dislike it again.
Oh my God, I totally forgot. I'm so sorry, everybody. After the last ad read, it becomes the idiot bar, which means you can sit back and chill and just do whatever you want. I'm so sorry, everybody. Yeah, this is.
But we've been in the idiot bar. This whole episode has been the idiot bar.
They even changed the lower third and everything.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah,
and the audience gets upset if we forget. Here, so sit back, get comfy.
So I'm excited for the headset as well.
You sat forward, Andrew. I said sit back, get comfy, and you went like this.
Andrew, do you forget the alphabet sometimes, and that's why you printed it on your shirt?
Hey, come on.
That's not Andrew.
What just happened? Look at it.
Do you have a young child? Are you working on something?
What are you talking about? Do you not know what this is?
That's just
it's like Sonic or whatever, but
oh my god.
That's if over or under was a shirt.
He said it's Sonic. Listen.
Yeah, we get the
Super
coins.
Mario World.
Yeah, Sam. You fucking
sorry.
You fucking
I do love Mario.
loser.
I was just kidding. Did I get you guys?
Fail.
Can I share my thoughts on the headset? Is that allowed,
Yes,
or
please
do I
do.
just?
Please do. Are you excited about any of the upcoming products?
Yes, I'm excited for everything, Andrew, because I'm the #1 Apple fan.
Except the iPad Mini, apparently.
I was excited to use it before I used it.
What if the headset has the display scaling of the iPad Mini?
Jesus. No. The headset I've maintained for a while now that like the most important thing they can do is just like make the experience compelling. Because like right now I don't think there's any experience that like is mass market enough yet to where like a lot of people can get involved, or like there's motion sickness. And I think if Apple can just like nail the fundamentals of it, I mean, that's basically what they did with the iPhone, right? Like smartphones existed, but they were like, now this is easy for everybody.
Yeah.
And like I think if they can do that for VR, which I'm hoping, considering how many times it's been delayed, how long they've been working on it, how we've been hearing about this for so long. Like, I feel like there's got to be something, right? Like, I will be extremely underwhelmed if they announce this and it's like FaceTime and emoji with your friends. I think I will cry.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have a sensitive stomach. And so I get motion sick very, very easily. And that's my biggest worry is that, like, if they could find it, that's probably impossible, right? If they could find a way for me to not get motion sick, best thing.
Yeah,
ever.
they just give.
Don't
they
say
just
it's
ship it with
impossible.
They drip
Don't
it
say
with
it's impossible.
Dramamine.
Yeah,
put a little coat on your-
it comes with a lifetime supply of Dramamine.
When the AirPods Pro just got a software update that changed them completely to allow you to listen to spatial audio, to me it's like that's the kind of stuff, or how I forget the other. There's another adaptive EQ. The way they just added adaptive EQ in there. Like there's ways that Apple's like, okay, we're going to take the sound from here. We're going to put 2 microphones in there plus 1 here. Then we're going to cancel stuff out on the fly 200 times per second. Like I feel like they might have something similar, and this is not any inside information. I'm just speculating that Apple has some way of, okay, using the cameras this way and the audio here, we'll be able to mitigate for 70% of the people who experience nauseousness when using a headset. We can get rid of that.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Sensors and this and that. I feel like that's something that they would totally do.
I need that.
Guys, breaking news. Breaking news on Twitter. Guomin Shi has just tweeted, there will be structural changes for iPhone's high-end camera supply chain. Sony, Largan, the Swiss Alps, and LG Innotek benefit markedly from the latest A16 processor being exclusive to iPhone 14 Pro / high-end models.
What is
Number 1, the latest A16 processor. Wait, this is just this. Is this the same thing?
They're just changing it now.
The latest processor chip will be exclusive to high-end models. Oh, this is a tidbit. Apple's going to keep doing this. They're going to keep restricting the faster processor to the high-end models.
Of course. I thought, but they're not just going to do that for a year.
Well, no, there was speculation because of the chip shortage. Apple was just doing this as like a one-time.
All right, check this out. Chip shortage, okay? Chip shortage is not like the A15 processor. It's like the little chips that are, it's not the major chips that are the problem. It's like these little microcontrollers that go on motherboards and stuff. That's the
little baby
problem.
Chips.
So those, like the A15 or no, that's not the reason. It makes sense. Like if you're buying an iPhone Pro, usually what you're buying, or you're one of those people that just need to have the Pro just because you like that term, right? If you're just buying an iPhone 14 or iPhone 14 Max, you're not looking through specs and speed and this and that. You're just buying a phone. If you hand someone an iPhone 12 right now, almost anyone, who's going to use it and be like, you know what? This is the A14 in here. This isn't the A15. I can tell. Like, you can't.
They aren't being consistent, Andrew.
Max Tech would say that.
They aren't being
consistency.
They aren't being consistent because this is I agree with you wholeheartedly, but this is the same company that's putting the M1 in everything that moves. Like they just that's like their thing. Everyone gets the new chip. Everyone gets it until you don't. Fuck you. Just kidding.
Not always. Because this is a new strategy with the phone that makes perfect sense to me. You're gonna have this is the first time they're gonna have the Pro and the non-Pro offered in the same size configuration, right?
Yes.
So now it's basically how are these differentiated from each other, these two devices. I personally don't think they're going to just take last year's A15 or the current one and just slap it in the new one. Maybe they have an extra graphics core or something, so they can still say, kind of like the A16Z or whatever, A14Z, whatever that was on the iPad, where they just unlocked an extra core. Or they can take the current A15 from the Pro models and put that into the standard 14. So the standard still gets a bump. They still get a bump from last year somehow.
Because that's exactly what Apple did, is there's an extra GPU core in the Pro iPhones.
Exactly. So just give them an extra GPU so that if you're upgrading from a 13 regular to a 14 regular, now you have 20% faster graphics at the very least, right? But save the bleeding edge stuff for the Pro and actually differentiate it. And it's always interesting because some years the big argument, it's like whatever Apple does, the argument is against what they did. So some years it's, how come it's the same? How come these phones are so similar? And then when they make a difference, why do they do this for the Pro but not for the regular? Like, people just look for the argument. If you have if you have something called Pro and you have a similar line that's not Pro, there should be differences.
But there has been differences. The camera, the display, the size, the materials.
It's been too good of a deal for too long. Right. To get the regulars.
Make it make more sense though. The Pro is the bleeding edge. That's it. It's the bleeding edge tech. We don't know what the A16 is going to be, but we know there's a much more powerful camera.
Careful saying bleeding edge around the Android crowd.
That's right. So listen, maybe this new camera system requires a much faster processor.
Probably display scaling requires M1, so wouldn't be shocked.
Okay, we have to talk about this because it's been on my mind.
Oh God.
What is it?
M2 MacBook Pro. Controversy, disaster, people are freaking out,
give me the TLDR. Run it by my asshole quick, Sam. I need to know what the drama is. What is the issue? Because I see that there's drama, but I don't know exactly what it is.
It's just like if you put the M2 under like 8K video, it gets really, really hot, like 100-something 8 degrees hot. And people are like, oh my God.
Bro, and I haven't even seen an 8K video.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't know. People, like...
Who's editing 8K video on a fucking... Do you know what kind of camera you need to have 8K video? If you're paying, for that camera...
Show my screen.
Oh.
All right. This has been the channel responsible for...
But, like, are they getting anything out of it? Are they getting views the title, at least?
M2
they
MacBook
aren't.
Pro.
It's not even worth it in views.
Top 7 problems after 1 week.
What?
The truth. Huge performance difference. The real world truth.
He looks very
We
sad
have proof
about
that it's killing performance. It overheats. Like, bro, I used this computer and it was fine. Like, I'm so what are the 7 problems with this computer that is sitting in my house?
A little birdie told me, and by little birdie, I mean, they said it themselves on Twitter. They had a problems video planned before they even got the machine.
What?
Yeah. They tweeted that publicly thinking that was going to be fine to say out loud.
I mean, anything for the clicks.
Can you find it,
crazy,
Sam?
bro.
Pull up the tape.
Yes, I'm finding it. I'm finding the clip. Yeah, no, this was wild. So let's see. This would have been from a few days ago because Jonathan Morrison tweeted about it. It was pretty funny. Wow, there's a lot of tweets here.
Probably better luck going to Jomo's Twitter.
Everyday Dad is like testing stuff. I feel like people are trying too hard. Like, listen, when I used the iPad Mini had Jelly Scroll, I was like, this is weird, but whatever. You know, like I mentioned it, I move on, but like people, where is
So this is a
bro?
real thing that like, okay, question.
There's so many.
Are they the only people saying this is a problem?
Part of the controversy, and this is just the tech nerds that are going, like no one out in the real world is complaining about this. But one of the concerns is, okay, if the M2 MacBook Pro is seeing these issues with cooling, what does that mean for the MacBook Air? So that's the.
I mean, even more so, you're
Air,
not going to be editing 8K video on a MacBook Air.
You should not be. You should not be.
Bro, I cannot find. I've been looking for this tweet. I think they deleted it.
Probably
embarrassed about it.
Anyway, they did say they had the video planned ahead of time. So, I mean, if you have the video planned ahead of time, we shouldn't be shocked when a controversy is somehow found. It's like, isn't there a name for that? Confirmation bias? Isn't that a thing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, is anyone else making this a big deal, or is it just them right now?
It's basically just them.
Okay, then. So it's not a big deal.
Oh, here we go. So yes, somebody's like, so he quotes, man, this is just, I don't know. The tech tea always gets me because it's like, bro, people are dying and we're like, my M2 processor overheats. And it's like, bro, we have a gun epidemic in America, but yet the M2, oh man, when you export 47 8K videos, it can't handle it, guys. It can't handle it. Breaking news.
Yes,
Apple
under
lied.
normal workloads, the M2 won't overheat. Oh, so then it just won't overheat. That's the headline.
My point was that Apple had to overclock the M2 a lot, at the same time kept the chassis, which can't handle the M2 under full CPU.
Oh, sweet
and GPU
God.
load.
There's so much caring about something so small.
So then somebody's like, so are you guys going to post just like an M2 terrible video every day? Like, we get it, which is fair. Make 1 to 2 videos talking about your experience, right?
There it is. Here's the juiciness.
We just had the problems one planned for a while, even before we discovered some of these issues. We have a positive one going up tomorrow? What?
Wow.
And then everybody's clowning because it's like, bro, then everybody's just, look at all the check marks.
No.
The Apple review units.
Look, you got Renee involved. Mistakes have been made.
Oh God. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It hurts me because like whenever I do make a video about like the iPad mini, I'm not liking it. Like I will see comments of like, you're just looking to hate it. And I'm like, no, bro, if you look at my history, I only make these videos when there's actually something that I do not like or that I see as a problem that impacts me. Like with the M2 MacBook Pro, I used that for 5 minutes and I was like, yep, it's the same computer. I filmed a video with Kevin in TLD Studio. It was super cool. And I was just like, yeah, this is the same MacBook. I can tell you right now from my experience, it's the same MacBook, but slightly faster with an M2. Cool.
The biggest problem that machine has is that it exists in the first place.
But I get it though.
It's very cheap for Apple to make.
But I don't even think that's why. It's because people see that design and they're familiar with it.
No, that's for sure why.
It's the number 2 selling MacBook.
Tim Cook had the shit to get out the door.
That's literally what I just said.
I don't think that's because it's cheap. That is a reason that I'm sure they continue to make it. But I don't think that original AirPods are cheap for Apple to make. Like they could just make them. It's like, I don't know. I see that argument. I just feel like I'm so tired as like somebody who does this. Just anytime this company does anything, Apple cheap for money. Apple cheap for money. And I'm like, oh my God.
Were you just yelling at Andrew and I saying, how much did they pay you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You were literally saying those words about the iPad mini and us liking the iPad mini. You were like, how much are they paying you? Like that. That's what you sound like.
That was a joke. Like I was parodying.
Everyone on the internet is joking too.
No.
No.
I can tell you the people in my comments, there's no emoji.
No, zero emojis.
Other than anger or cursing. My point being, tech YouTube's in a weird spot, and I think people are just throwing shit up to try to survive, which I get. But like, it is getting to the point where like, that is unethical.
A little bit.
To plan a positive or negative video before you know something's up. Listen, we all know that a problems video with an Apple product will get views. That is no secret, okay?
But have you tried bending one?
That's what I'm saying. Would I ever jeopardize my credibility for a few views? Never. Not me in a million years. And like, it's also tough because like as one of the bigger Mac channels, like with Max Tech specifically, like they do a really good job with their benchmarks. Like their content is extremely well done and very well edited. Like I don't want to make it sound like this is an attack on them. I'm just saying for this situation, let's isolate this with their channel. I'm not speaking about them broadly. I'm just saying this is where it's like, I don't think that's cool, man. Because like then it makes all of us look like assholes when we will make a video like this. It's going to be like, oh, you're just making things up. It's like,
yes,
I'm not, because like it's going to devalidate when there's an actual issue with the product and people aren't going to pay attention to something that they should be paying attention to.
Word.
For sure. Well, it's just strange to call something a problem when it's not meant for that. You know what I mean? Like Apple makes computers that are meant for heavy 8K workloads, for example, and it's not the entry-level machines. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to say, here's a problem with this literally entry-level computer, and you're doing something that it's not meant for, then is that really a problem with the computer?
Yeah, that's like buying and be like, oh, it can't cut my pizza. I'm upset.
And let's be clear here. There was one actual valid complaint about the MacBook Pro, which is that the SSD in some testing was like 50% slower sometimes than the M1 model. Now, I've also talked to like Dan at Mac Rumors.
Entry level.
But Dan says he tested the same thing on that model and it was the same as the M1.
Huh.
Oh, interesting.
So like there's also even a split with this. And you know what's crazy is Dan was like, I was scared to publish the video because I didn't want people to think that we were like making something up. And I'm like, well, bro, if that's the truth and that's your experience, like, you know, I'm just saying that there's so much meaningless heat about this where it's like, hey, if the SSD is slower in the base model, we should talk about that. That's an important thing to know. But yes, if you're stress testing these new computers like crazy, it's going to be really misleading because like I feel like the general consensus from people is like you shouldn't buy this and it's a bad computer. And that is not true. This computer, if you buy it, will not let you down. Like this isn't an I'm not saying you should buy it. I'm saying if you do buy it,
advocating.
It's not like you're going to have a bad experience.
No. But I do think this is the computer for people who want a cheap Apple laptop that has the word Pro in it.
Yes.
Because the MacBook Air beats it in so many other ways other than touch bar and battery base. It's touch bar and battery. You don't even get MagSafe. So I would say, you know, even the MacBook Air has a better display now.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know why I would recommend the M2 Pro over a MacBook Air. I just can't think of a really good reason unless you really love the touch bar. I can't think of a good reason.
Yeah, this is one of those things where like you don't even know that the other products exist. You accidentally buy the MacBook Pro thinking it's like the newest, latest, and greatest. And then 2 months later, someone goes, why didn't you buy the MacBook Air? And you're like, there was a MacBook Air.
Here's the point I'm trying to make. Because don't get me wrong. I completely agree. Like if somebody asked me, I'm not going to be like, buy the M2 MacBook Pro. My point that I'm making is that if this was a product that I believe like Apple shouldn't sell because it's genuinely bad, I would be frustrated. Like for example, Apple Watch Series 3. I have said now for I think 2 or 3 years, they should not sell that product. It struggles with literal software updates. It can barely handle anything. It's extremely outdated and it is not worth the price. That is a product that I do not believe it is responsible for Apple to sell based on the current experience. With the M2 MacBook Pro, if someone buys this, they are going to still have a great time with that MacBook because it has Apple Silicon inside and it will be incredibly fast. Again, that is a different conversation to me than like, yeah, of course, still get the M2 MacBook Air, 100%. I'm just saying like, I feel like everyone keeps maybe I'm saying the quiet part out loud, right? That everybody is just assuming that. But yeah, I'm just like, but it's not like if somebody walks into an Apple store and buys this, they're going to have a bad experience with overheating and they're going to notice the SSD is slower.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's irresponsible, right? It's still the fastest fastest new silicon that they've come out with for M2 at least.
For sure. I agree with that. The crazy thing, by the way, just on a quick tangent that you mentioned about the Series 3, what's crazy about that to me is it still sells today. So Apple is selling a product today in stores as brand new that will not be able to receive this fall software update.
Oh,
have they ever done that
sounds
before?
not good when you put it that way.
They should have discontinued. Yeah, it should have been discontinued.
That kind of is not great when you put it that way.
That's one where I'm like, that is. I mean,
it's kind of gross, actually.
Yeah,
it's weird because they usually don't do that. Like anything you buy from Apple today, you'll have years of software updates.
Yeah,
except for that.
And
product.
the people that are buying the Series 3 have no idea that that's about to be a thing.
No,
right.
But even $200 for that is not worth it. That is a piece of garbage at this point.
Oh, yikes.
Like, if you've been using it right, it was fine at the time. It was fine. I had one. But, like, I think that was the watch that I broke.
Let me ask you this question.
Basketball.
Let me ask you this question. Totally unrelated to what we were just talking about. But I was thinking about this earlier today for some reason.
Ooh, Andru Edwards thought time.
Apple.
Yeah.
You know how Apple loves security?
They do.
Right? Privacy.
Big fan.
Why is it still a thing? And I want to get you guys' opinion on this. Why is it still a thing where an app can say, would you like to share your contacts? Because in my opinion, if I give you my name, my address, my email address, my phone number, does that belong to you or does that belong to me? Is it up to you to now have the right to share that to any random apps you install on your phone? Giving up my privacy because I gave you my information. I gave it to you. I didn't say you can share this with Facebook. You can share this with app of the week that might get pulled later. You know what I'm saying? It's strange that there's still an API where an app can request, like if an app requests all your photo library, as crazy as that might be, those are yours.
Yeah.
Right? Those are mostly yours, unless you add stuff to your library that people send you. But when it's your contact list is full of things that belong to other people. Yeah. And apps can request you to give that to them. And you can just say, okay, here you go. Here's the 50
Jesus, this episode is just full of
people.
Andrew saying stuff that I won't be able to sleep tonight with. Like, I'm just.
But, and I get why that existed in the beginning.
I don't like
of
that.
Smartphones. But today, it seems really strange that this hasn't been like taken away, especially from a company that's so, and I'm not saying it sarcastically, but a company that's so into privacy and protecting your privacy.
Andrew, I've given your number to a lot of apps.
They've missed it. See? Look at that.
Andrew, you've talked to Craig before. You got to ask Craig that question next time you get to talk to him.
Yeah, you gotta stay on track when you do those interviews.
Hey,
they don't say what you can or can't ask, but they are like, okay, this is about the keynote. So anything in the keynote.
You could say, why didn't you announce this today?
How come you didn't announce the headset and or car today in the keynote?
No, but like that.
But you get what I'm saying, though. What do you think about that?
That makes me feel icky.
Agree. Like that is something I wonder if Apple's thought about that. Like I'm sure somebody has had that thought, right? They're like Apple, but
unless somebody's watching right now and they go, oh, and like iOS 17.
I mean, hey, like Craig, we would love to have. Come on, Genius.
He's not coming on Genius.
Dude, I feel like Craig would.
We just now got Andru Edwards on. Craig is not coming on.
What's your over under for Craig?
0. Okay. Is there negative? Is that an option?
No.
I mean, Craig has to reach out to you. That's the thing. You can't reach
Craig's
out to Craig.
people have to reach out to our people.
That's right.
Well, you should send it here. I'm going to send Craig an email right now. Will you come on my podcast?
Drop him one. Just hit tim@apple.com and see what happens.
tcook@apple.com. Tim, will you come on my podcast?
Plus,
that'd be so fun to just have I just want like an open, honest conversation
with Tim Cook.
Thought about. Like, I want to be like, dude, we've thought about this. And like, these are the 17 reasons why we haven't made that choice. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I see if I was in your position, like why I wouldn't, just for like any controversial Apple thing. Like, I want to be like, Tim, be honest. Why did you make this M2 MacBook Pro, man? And it'll be like, oh, it was about the money. I'm just kidding. But like, I don't know.
We threw Lisa Jackson on the roof.
With an iPad mini.
Dude, I've wanted to do an interview with Lisa. There's so many just conversations I want to have with Jaws. I did get to talk, Andrew, I don't know if I told you that I got to talk to Jaws in Cupertino.
No.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, he was really, really
good. Sam skipped his bathroom break, if you know what I mean. He didn't go to the bathroom and miss Tim Cook like you did.
I suck.
Did I pee at Apple Park ever? I don't think I did.
You didn't pee at Apple Park?
Those nice bathrooms?
At the visitor center. Yeah.
Why didn't you title your vlog "Peeing in Apple Park"?
Just something
with
about
Tim Cook ?
That sounds.
Tim Cook watched me pee. Okay, that's it. Thanks for coming on the show.
Somehow we always
those are the rules, Andrew. When he starts the music, the show's over, wait. No matter what.
Andrew, where can the people find you? Because you're supposed to say that you do a pod.
Hey, I mean, so my first name is spelled Andru. So if you just type in Andrew or Andru Edwards, I'll just come up. I'm on. Like I said, I'm on every social platform in existence.
Are you on?
You'll find me everywhere.
Well, I bet I could name a platform.
Do you want to plug your podcast?
Yeah.
The podcast Geared Up. Geared Up. Sam was the first guest to appear on 2 consecutive episodes of Geared Up.
And I'm on next week.
Even more Sam. And John will be on next week. So hey,
Andrew promises everybody.
It's fun.
Even more Genius Bar. For even more Genius Bar, check out Geared Up.
There you go.
Heck yeah. Andrew,
actually, it'd probably be more streamlined, structured Genius Bar over there.
Really fun. This is a really fun episode, aside from you guys making me want to kill myself. But like, other than that, it was really cool.
All right.
Go use the iPad mini to put yourself to sleep.
Thank you, Andrew. And thank you, audience. Yes. Thank you to everybody but Sam, basically.
Everybody. Thank you to everybody but me.
Thank you to everybody but Sam. Go get your steak tartare. Worst mixer ever.
That was it all synced out at the same thing.
No.
I love Andrew. Replaced. You're replaced by Andrew. I'm 100% replacing your ass with Andrew if you ever drop
Replaced.
Dead,